So I haven't been able to voice over on this video because of my dog and everything that was going on at the house and stuff. So I got a quiet moment, so I just wanted to explain. Most of the time I dip my beads in varnish. But I have, even though varnish, once you gloss it, and this is that high traffic polyurethane. I just put it in its own little thing because the thing is huge. I keep the rest of it out in my garage. But I noticed that sometimes, I like to, after I make a piece, I like to clean it up, with some alcohol, whether it's because of COVID and I'm just making sure that it's clean. Because of everything that's going on in the world today, you want to make sure that everything is clean and sanitized. So when I make a piece of jewelry, especially if I make it out of something like this, once I handle something like this so many times, whether they're crystals or glass beads, by the time I'm finished with the product, the crystal or the glass bead may look a little murky with fingerprints all over it. So I shine the piece back up, normally with just some alcohol. And I use alcohol because it also sanitizes the piece. But I noticed with the high gloss polyurethane, when I wipe jewelry down, it sometimes takes away from the shine, which makes perfect sense because I know that alcohol is a chemical and it's probably a chemical reaction. And for my beads, if I polyurethane them, I probably should just wipe them down with a soft cloth versus the alcohol. But the problem is I'm putting my beads in between glass beads, so it's just kind of crazy. So because of that, I tried to resin my glass beads instead of polyurethane. That way, if they're on a wrist, you can accidentally get water on it. You don't know what the person is doing. They could accidentally jump in the pool, with their jewelry on, whatever. And you don't want your piece that you've made for them or they purchased from you to be ruined. So the best protection for that, I found, is resin. So I've done a couple of them already, and I wanted to stop and explain that because I really want you to see me put the bead box together. So I'm not going to do all these on camera. But the difference between the matte bead and, let me see if I can get it in focus. There we go. There's a stark difference between a resin bead and a matte bead. There will be use for a matte bead. Someone who's creating jewelry may love this matte bead versus this resin bead, but I'm such a resin person that I can't help myself. So all of these are getting resin. That's the only way I can explain it. But they're beautiful either way. They really are. I want to try these again. I made these, as you saw, with Cernit. I want to try it again with Pardo because Pardo can be a little bit more transparent or see-through, if you will, than Cernit, even much as I love Cernit. But I think, oh, that's a beautiful bead. It really is. So I'm going to do the rest of them. And what I'm using, what I'm using to resin these beads is the Tiny Pandora. And it has, because I've used it, but it's Deep Shine by Tiny Pandora. That's what I'm using to resin these beads. So I'm going to finish those up. I'll be right back because, as I said, I want to show you how I'm putting my bead boxes together. My bead boxes are available on my Etsy store, and they are at different prices. And I just started to do the bead boxes because I just love watching the ladies that do jewelry on YouTube, and I try to do jewelry myself, as you know, and there's always like a bead or a finding that you just need and you can't find it anywhere. I'm hoping that my little beads are the bead someone needed, and actually that's the name of my store, Just the Bead I Need, on Etsy. So this is going to be a bead box. I'm going to add, right now in my head, I'm adding some crystals to this and some purple beads. I might find a few pink ones, but I want it to be a really nice aesthetic. And since the metallic color in this is gold, I'm going, or you know, it could be even copper, or I'm gonna try to find one of those, a couple of findings in those colors to go with it to make a nice little bead box. But if you're interested in bead boxing, you do jewelry, you can go to my Etsy store. I am creating them now, and they're organic, you know, they're not mass manufactured, so every one of them is different. And the thing about my bead boxes is you're not going to be able to find them nowhere else because it's me making them. All right, so I'm gonna do the rest of these and I will be back to show you quickly my bead box.